Awesome. So how has the last week gone?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this today, but he's actually much better um, in terms of like accidents in the house, and
Cool.
that I think that's just mostly just because I've been like really on him. Um, so he's like very strict with the schedule. I think he's had like one accident since we met, which is like really good.
Yeah.
Um, and so in terms of like the training, we've been doing it. So we um I mean, like this was the thing that I was saying before. Like he definitely is very attentive. Like he knows like good equals treat, and then now that like because we did it for a while, so he associates his name with like giving us attention. He's really good with eye contact.
Cool.
Which like I know that was the main thing. Hannah, you can back me up. I think the eye contact was good.
Yeah, he really like whenever I say blue, he just like comes over and sits.
Perfect.
Yeah, comes over, sits, and like full eye contact, which is great.
Good. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And have you guys mainly been working inside the home or have you been able to bring it outside at all?
Um, I've been taking him like on walks outside, and um, he is actually like not the best walker. Like I think
I
like
took him a long walk one day last week in the morning, and like I think he was just really cold because he was kind of better at the beginning, and then he was like more stubborn at the end.
yeah, he like it's like he walks for 5 seconds and then he stops and he like doesn't know what to do, and then you have to like call him and then he comes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty normal for puppies just in general. And then you add in the fact that he's a Frenchie, like they don't really do high energy things. um,
Yeah, which is fine. Yeah.
which is totally fine. But is he wearing a harness when you're walking him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some harnesses can be uncomfortable because it can restrict their gait. And so that can cause some discomfort. So just make sure that you get one that's fit like very snugly so it doesn't like chafe him or rub him in any way. And then the best ones are the ones that have like a Y in front so he can extend his leg all the way.
That's from Wild One.
So yeah, wait, here, let me show you this one real quick. Is this what you're talking about? Like why? Like that?
Kind of.
I mean, honestly, he is not the biggest fan of it. Like I mean, I we love it, but um he like I think he gets like it like irritates him because he always goes up against the wall and tries to like itch his back.
It covers the buckle. Like I feel like it's more comfortable. I don't know.
I
Um,
like am not a big harness person in general, but I understand why with puppies people want to use them. I'm always just a fan of using a flat collar when they're puppies, getting a wide one so it's not like a ton of pressure on their neck. However, with like French bulldogs and their little breathing issues they can have, I can understand why people like harnesses. So like kind of judge it by him. There are definitely bad harnesses versus better harnesses.
this
So
one's like really good, but I mean I was a fan of the collar
mhm.
before, but I mean Hannah, you like think the harness is better.
I mean, just the vet told me with his breathing problem, with the Frenchie breathing problems, to do harnesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty common to hear. Although, like some Frenchies are really well bred and they don't have breathing problems, but like you know him better than me, so play it by ear. If you notice though that he just seems uncomfortable, I would try to get a harness that's just less restrictive and see if it makes a difference. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry a ton about the walking. Puppies shouldn't be walking a ton anyways while they're growing.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, they should only be walking 5 minutes for every month they are old per day.
Really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great. So he's not really he's not like a big walker. Like he doesn't really like to walk anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like, does he seem like he's fearful of his environment and that's why he's not walking?
No, like he's always done this. Like even when in Florida, like when he had a different harness, it's like he'll really be into it, and then he just kind of like decides he wants like a break, and he sits and he like looks at you and he's like, I'm not moving.
Yeah, he just doesn't really want to like walk. But inside he's like run around like a maniac. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, that's like usually just normal puppy stuff. I wouldn't let him get in the habit of getting away with it, because there are times where he's going to need to walk, right? But just make sure it's age appropriate, not like overdoing it for him. If he's been walking 5 minutes, like that's like, bro, come on, like we know you can keep walking. But if it's like 20, 25 minutes, he may just be saying, I've had enough,
it's mostly like he's never like walked like for like a minute straight. Like he always takes a break.
Really?
Yeah, like he always just kind of stops, and then like he pulls on the leash. Like in the opposite direction. Like I'm not going that way. Yeah.
Yeah, like with his brakes on.
He like puts his brakes on, yeah.
I would try and work him through it. Treats probably won't do it. I would just use leash pressure to get him going.
I know, that's like what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, just like keep forward motion. In the beginning, it may look a little brutal, but if you just keep walking forward, they usually...
He does better. This is so weird. I found like when I come up behind me, like he likes to be the leader. He doesn't do well like following me, like when I pull him.
Which like isn't good. Like I feel like we need that's the opposite of what we want, right?
I know.
Do you walk him and Bella at the same time ever? No. Is she a good walker? Like, is she confident in the city?
Oh, yeah. Way too confident.
Okay.
Like, Bella's not like a really good walker either. Bella, like...
She's stubborn.
She could be a good motivator for him, though, because they feed off of each other. If she was like a really nervous dog, I would say it probably wouldn't work. But if she's really confident and just like trucks down the sidewalk, she could be a really good motivator for him.
All right, so we could try that.
Yeah, try it. And you might as well practice walking the both of them at the same time while one's a puppy, just easier.
Yeah.
Because it's going to have to happen. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I would just like look to see, it's hard when they don't have tails, because normally a dog that's nervous or fearful, you would see them tuck their tail and it would be a dead giveaway. But just like watch his eyes. If his eyes get really wide and his ears are kind of turned back, he may be stopping because he's nervous.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like I know that like look on a dog. He like doesn't really have that. I've like never really seen him once be like scared or sad.
Okay.
Or nervous, but he does like always just like want to go inside. Like every door that we pass, like he wants to go in.
He's just like the epitome of lazy bones, which is
right. He's lazy.
Good news. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like encourage him to walk, but obviously, if you think it's too much for him, don't push it. But he should learn how to walk on a leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Blue. Bad news.
No, I mean, I want him to like be able to walk around.
Yeah. Right. Because like, if it was the summer, I'd be more inclined to say he may be having a tough time, but like today it was gorgeous. So yeah, buddy, I know. Yeah, so give that a go this week and let me know how it goes. But then his eye contact and name recognition had been going well, it sounds like, so that's good. And then is he starting to offer polite sits when he wants something from you?
I don't know if
really when I call his name, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think we've gotten to that yet.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
No judging. Don't care. But yeah, appreciate the honesty. I would definitely start working on that this week because it's easier to shape before they get older and more confident and pushy. So just, really easy. Every time he, just have patience with him, wait for him to sit, good treat, and he'll pick up on it really quickly. Blah, blah, blah. Any other questions? Any other concerns with him and Bella?
I honestly think he's been better. Like the Bella situation has been much better since we started moving. Yeah.
need to keep, we know what we need to do. And I think it's just a matter of like, hopefully as we continue to like, poke Blue and like make and remove him when he starts being annoying, he'll continue to like stop doing it.
Okay, but it hasn't gotten worse, right?
No, it's getting better. Like it's getting better. They're in it's exactly what you said. Like I think now she doesn't feel the need to like, growl because she knows that we're gonna step in and intervene, which is good.
Yeah, awesome. And I'm guessing like does Bella go to Jason's place as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like work together half the time. So when we're together, like the dogs are together.
Okay. And like you don't see any difference in the context of Hannah's place versus yours. No.
No, he's just as annoying at.
They're both pretty similar.
Okay. I was just more so curious, like, because I'm guessing she sees Hannah, your place as like home. If she would have been like resource guarding anything, like her spot on the sofa or her favorite view out the window, any of that, but she's pretty okay.
I think that right now she's really enjoying that she can jump up onto couches and Blue can't. So whenever he's like really annoying her and he's on the ground, she just jumps up.
Okay.
Do about it.
Okay, good. And I'm guessing, are you gonna, when Blue can make the jump, are you gonna let him on the furniture?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully when he can finally get his like little fat butt up there, like this is like a non-issue.
Yeah. Well, wait.
Yeah, he'll be allowed.
Okay, yeah, like that'll just be the next step of something to look for, because dogs can claim their space on the areas that they like to rest, which you saw a little bit with her like bed. So just be mindful once he starts popping up there, and she may not be expecting it.
Like we've had when we have them in bed together is like, especially when he's tired, like she doesn't care that he's nearby as long as he's like not like fucking with her, like
Yeah.
And I don't blame her. Like I'm the same way, right?
They like almost cuddled the other day.
Yeah, they were like their bodies were touching. I'm like, oh.
Okay, awesome. That's progress. That's good to hear. Okay, did we talk about the kennel command at all last time?
No. The kennel command?
Yeah. No. Okay. So I want you guys to start teaching him. I know you're good. I know he's really good at going in his crate and like doesn't have any accents or anything, but I want you guys to start teaching him to go in there on cue. So naming it something. It's really good to have a dog that can go to their kennel on command because it's helpful. Like if you have people over or if you drop food or something, you can just say kennel and he should go into his kennel no matter
where. That would be insane.
Yeah. It's super helpful.
It's like bed and outside, and it's like very helpful.
Yeah, it's super helpful. So there are two ways to teach this. You can teach it with food or with pressure. Is he very food motivated, like around meal times?
The most, most ever.
He loves food.
Okay, then this will be super easy. Let's just use food. So all you're gonna do is, without saying kennel, just toss treats into his kennel, and every time he steps inside, like when his foot hits the crate, just mark that good. And then the part that you're also going to need to teach him is the implied threshold. So when you send him to his kennel, that means that he stays in there even if the door is open until you release him out. So the way you do that is every time you let him out of his kennel, like in the morning, after a nap, when you're training, whenever, open the door really slowly. And if he tries to bust through, just close it on him. Like, be mindful of his paws. You don't want to catch a paw, but if you bonk him in the face, totally fine. But just close it on him and keep doing that. And eventually you'll see he'll go to the back of his kennel and like, just be like, huh? And once you can open the door and he's not rushing out, say good. And then your release word, break, and invite him out. And he'll pick up on it really quickly.
Okay. So anytime letting him out of his crate, like don't let him like rush out.
Don't let him rush out. Yeah. That's like going to be the most important part of teaching this. So yeah, like start today, close the door on him. He'll get it very quickly, probably by the end of the day. And then just make sure that you're building in that release word, like break, to signify he can come out.
Okay.
Honestly, like at least in my experience, especially when he wakes up, he's incredibly timid about.
He's slow to come out of the cage anyway.
Like he like looks around and then he like paws and he like it's kind of funny.
It's almost like he like doesn't have like motor functions. Like he like walks out and then like he like stumbles out.
Yeah, he's
like not, he hasn't like been moving around, you know.
Yeah, he's like a little sleepy. Yeah, he's like a little hungover from puppy naps, guy.
Yeah.
Cool. So that would be like half of it, and then like I said, with the food, just toss the food in there for him to go get it. As soon as his foot hits his crate, good. So you're marking that. And once you're getting him going in and out easily, you're going to start naming that behavior. So then you're going to start saying Blue, kennel, or crate, whatever you want. And then toss the food. When he goes in, mark it, good. Do you see?
Okay. Yeah.
So first you're shaping him, of getting him in the habit of just bouncing in and out. And then you're going to name it. And when you start naming it, that's when you're going to start reinforcing the threshold of closing the door behind him and inviting him out.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. They pick up on it really quickly and just make it fun and lighthearted. He's going to start rushing in there when you say kennel super quickly. So then you just start working on, like with everything else, distance and duration. So you'll like have them do it from a foot away, then 2 feet, 3 feet, whatever. And then, so that would be distance. And then duration would be having him wait in there until he's released and building up that as well.
So, okay. So what?
No, it's just funny. We always need to like recap because
I do. It's
I need to go too.
Okay.
I need to also. It's hard. Okay.
Do you want to?
No, I want you to you go ahead and recap.
Okay, I really only know the first part. I was busy making my coffee, but I was listening. Okay, so we throw treats in the crate. He goes in. We say good.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, want to take it from there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then
and next time we do the same thing. But when do we say crate? When we throw the treat in?
Yeah, so once he's going in and out, like once he gets the game of I go in to get my food, then you start naming it and you'll say the command first, kennel, crate, then throw the food.
Like he will go anywhere food is. Like this is going to be like a non-issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to hear.
But I mean, but honestly, like if I could say crate and he went in there, I would be shocked if we learned that.
Wait, hold on. So I want to walk through it. Okay, so first we do it, nothing. Then I say crate when I'm throwing the food in.
Crate, then food.
Yeah, then crate. So he gets it, then food.
And then good, like basically when he's eating, or like the second he goes in.
Like right when his paw hits the inside of the crate.
Okay, and then how do we introduce the door from there?
Just when he's in there, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the part that I didn't explain well, is when you're not doing the training session, always enforce the gate, but the door. The first time you're just tossing the food in before you're naming the command, just let him bounce out. So it's like fun and high energy. He just bounce in and out. Then when you start naming it crate, start enforcing that door boundary. So that becomes the command.
What does that mean? Does that mean he goes in and I close the door?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you? Would it help to show you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be really helpful.
Tango's dead asleep.
And then Jason can like also try. Blue.
Okay. So, can you see Tango? Okay.
He's like, what did I do?
Tango?
Yeah. Okay.
Tango.
Okay. So I guess you could kind of see that. I opened the crate and then she sat there and then I said, okay, and she came out. So Tango has her bone right now. Here. Okay, so she's like, you out of here. So like she's doing her own thing, but I'll say Tango kennel. Tango kennel. So she drops everything she's doing and goes in her crate. And then, Kennel. Like you can see the doors in there, and she's just chill. Okay. So that's what you're looking for her to like just stop, for Blue to stop whatever he's doing, wherever he is, and just go straight to the kennel.
You're kidding me. Tango drops the bone and goes in the kennel when you say that?
Yeah, like right on my foot too. Yes, thank you. So it's totally doable. And now Tango kennel. You can bring the bone. Thank you. But yeah, like she can be dead asleep napping, and I'll be like, Tango kennel, and she'll wake up from her nap and just run into her kennel.
Oh my God, that's amazing. So, okay, so we're not actually, so we don't need to actually close the door. It's more just like we're there with like our, like not letting him come out.
Oh, that's what I meant to show you. Yes, exactly. So with Tango,
because I saw you say like, okay.
Yeah, so like I opened the door. Let's say she was gonna rush out.
Yeah.
I close it on her face. I wish you could see like her full.
Tango's like, why am I?
I know. She's like, I'm so sick of being the demo dog. But you can see like even like I closed on her face, and now she's like very behind the threshold. So that's what you'll do. So every time he were to come forward, you would just that. And now I did it. Now she laid down. Like they did the game really quickly. And then once you see him doing this, you can be like, okay, break, and then invite him out.
Okay. Cool.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Tango. They pick up on it really, really quickly. The hardest part is just when they're distracted, like when Tango was stoked to get her bone, to get that type of consistency.
Right. That was like A+ student, like drop the bone and went and get in the kid.
Yeah, she's a good one. But
really, I was like, no, this isn't gonna. I thought that Tango was not. That was not gonna
work. I knew it was gonna work.
Yeah, but it's really great. It can help prevent like barking at the door, because they can't bark at the door if they're going to their crate. So it just helps like circumvent a lot of those behavior issues that can develop over time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's definitely something I can try like right after this.
Mm-hmm. And it really helps doing the game when they're hungry. So like for his dinner tonight. Otherwise, the door thing, just do it whenever, and they pick up on it really quickly. Like he'll have it in a day. I don't see him being too much of a persistent.
He'll do anything for food.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine. He likes the crate, and he loves.
He gets a lot smarter if food's around.
Yeah,
so smart.
It's funny how that works. And you can also, so like he's gonna go in the crate, right? So you don't want him to go in and get the food and then bounce back out. So try and toss the treat in the back of the crate, so he has to go in to eat it and then turn around. So he's like in his crate. He's like, oh God. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So the Rudder, I see he's about to bark. I have like one squirrel that runs this fence, and it.
How many dogs do you have?
So Rudder's my personal dog. Tango's a service dog puppy that I am raising. So she's not mine, technically.
Wow.
Yeah, she's going back in.
What do you know like who she's gonna be observed? Like, no, okay.
No, yeah, and she could be like I don't even know what type of service dog she'll be. So we'll see.
They're so expensive. I have like a brother with just like a lot of things. My mom looked at getting one. Oh my God, they are.
Yeah, super expensive. Some of them the organization I used to train for, they give them for free, but the wait list is like 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, Tango will be going back in like 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm kind of excited to have my apartment back because she sheds so much. It's disgusting. But okay, cool.
I love that name, actually, Tango.
Yeah, I love that name.
Yeah.
Good one. Huh, boo-boo. Okay, so work on Kennel this week. And then the other thing is introducing sit in the way that we like to teach it with an implied stay. Have you guys taught him sit already?
He knows it, yeah.
Me, like in my like annoying ass that I like came home the first day and I'm like,
yeah. Okay, Jason, you have him. Can
Yeah.
I see you tell him to sit and then wait 3 seconds? And I want to see what he does.
Yeah.
he'd do it better if I was there. Because I do the
I need my treats though. Hang on.
No, do it without. Well, you want it with? Well, he'll do anything.
Oh, you want with or without?
You can do it with. He's a
Okay. Here. All right, pressure's on. He's already sitting. Okay, okay. Sit. That now up here.
Yeah. Good.
Good boy.
Good job, Blue. Look, he's like, no, man, give me more food. Okay, call him back and do the same thing.
He's chewing right now, but hang on. Blue. Come here. He's chewing. Hang on.
What'd you give him?
I gave him too big of a treat.
Yeah, those ones are huge. Jason, make them small.
Yeah, I gotta make this smaller.
You have to like
Still
cut it with a knife.
He's still chewing.
Oh my God.
He's on limited supply of treats right now. We need to re-up.
Ration them.
Come here. Sit. Good boy. So he knows sit.
Okay, stand up. Sit back down.
Wait, we can't see him anymore, Jay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, good. And then you can release him. Okay, good. So he has a good You popped up. Okay, good. So he has a good understanding of sit. A lot of times people are like, oh, my puppy knows sit, and the puppy just sits and jumps back up, you know? So he's got a really good foundation. This is good. So I want you guys to just like bump up what you've done with him a little bit. So a lot of people will teach the stay command. Have you taught him stay?
So not yet. Like I try to, but
I've done it a couple of times. So like with him and Bella, like I'll have them listen. I'll be like stay, and I'll like walk. I'll take a couple steps back, and I'm like, and then I'll come back, and then I'll give them the treats, but like vaguely.
Okay. No worries.
Okay, so should we try?
No, she's gonna explain. Jason, and stop feeding him.
So I don't like to teach stay because sit means sit, right? Like if they're sitting, where are they going? Nowhere. Like they should be staying. It's implied. So like same thing with down, right? So I like to just teach sit means sit, down means down, X means X without the word stay. So what that means is when you teach him sit, every time he tries to break it, he needs to be corrected back into the sit. So he means sit until I'm either released or asked to do something else. Does that concept make sense?
Yeah. You say like okay is release.
Whatever you like. I say break. For one dog it's break, the other dog is okay, so I can release them differently.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy to me when you want me to shut the fuck up. So that's
yeah. Okay. I say okay. Just stare at you with like a blank stare. Sure.
So this is gonna be okay, which is totally fine. And yes. So start small. So like he has a really good concept. Like he sat for 3 seconds just fine. He didn't break it. So set him up for success. So have him sit, do the 3 seconds, okay, and then let him do whatever he wants. Obviously, okay, food, and then he gets to do whatever he wants. But when you're purposefully training him to increase his duration of his sit, it's easiest to keep a leash on him. So if he breaks it, you can just grab the leash and use that to put him back into the sit.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So does he get a treat he gets a treat for the sit, and then does he get another treat for the stay?
Yes.
Or for like when he's released?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So he'll get double treated.
Double
Eventually you'll phase him out. So yeah, let's give it a go with him.
Blue. Okay, ready? Sit. Wait.
We can't see him.
We can't see him.
There we go.
Sit. Good boy. Okay, good boy. Still sitting. Good boy.
Which is fine. Which is totally fine. You can encourage him to get up and move, but if he doesn't want to, like, that's fine too.
That does not do that, honestly.
He chewed that treat for like it was
for an hour and a half. He chewed the treat for an hour.
Yeah.
He just thinks that if he keeps sitting, he's just gonna keep getting treats, and he's right.
Exactly. So that's like where you start to see them like differentiate and you can test them when they're actually learning. So like that's why I was like, okay, stand up, sit down. Movement will a lot of times trigger them to break their sit.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up, like move around for a second.
Yeah, so have him sit and then take like a step away from him.
Sit.
Come back to him. Oh.
He's locked in. Good boy.
So when he got up, and he's so fast, he just like scurried over. That's when you would you'd have his leash and you would do gentle upward pressure to correct him.
Yeah, so he kind of knows, like if I once I walk towards him again, then he goes back into the sit.
Yeah, so that's body pressure. Dogs read body language really well. So another way to correct him is to step into him.
Yeah.
Some dogs are more like resilient to that, but he seems to respond well.
Yeah, yeah. So, but if I had a leash, then I would say like sit, and then like I release him, give him a treat. But if he like gets up before I release him, then I either pull up or step towards him.
Yeah. In the beginning, I would just have the leash in your hand so you can do a really quick catch him. And then as he's progressing, you can just drop it on the ground and, just like catch it on the ground. And like eventually you want to get to where you can walk circles around him. You can leave the room. Actually turning and walking away from him with your back to him is usually the hardest thing for them. So you can start to do that.
Yeah.
But just push him as you see fit, and then start adding in distractions like dropping food in front of him, throwing a ball, whatever would be a good distraction for him.
Throwing a ball and like not without releasing him?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
The food one is a really big one too, especially if you plan to take him to like patios and stuff. Having a dog with good impulse control is really important.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I wish Hannah was there so she could practice the timing as well. But let's do like a series of 5, but with different durations of the sit. So one time release him right away. Sometimes it's 3 seconds, sometimes it's 5 seconds, and mix it up on him so he doesn't pick up on a pattern.
Okay. Blue.
Still chewing.
You guys see him? Okay.
Yeah.
Sit. Good boy. And now wait for a little bit?
Yeah.
Still chewing. Good boy.
Oh, good. He self-corrected.
Good boy. Yeah, see, when you step towards him, he goes back in.
Yeah.
Sit. Good boy. Sit. I'm walking around the room. Sit. Is this what you
So
like?
he's starting to get frustrated. You can see he almost barked.
Yeah. He's like jumping around.
Yeah, he's starting to get frustrated because he can't figure out what you're trying to get him to do.
Okay.
So I would just like dial it back a little bit and keep it simpler. Just do one step away, then come back to him.
Okay. Good boy. Sit. Good boy.
Okay, release him.
Okay. Oh, he's released.
Okay, so a couple things. Timing is everything. So he's sitting, and then as you're walking to him, you're saying, good boy, and giving him his treat. So your timing's off. You want to mark the sit when his butt hits the ground. So when his butt hits the ground, that's when he hears good.
Oh, okay.
And then, so let's say you're like, Blue, sit. He sits. Good. You take a step back. You take a step forward. He's still sitting. Good. Again, because he stayed sitting. And then you can eat his food.
Got it. Okay, should we try that in practice?
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. It sounds easy, but it's not.
Let's see it, Blue.
Come here. Sit. Good. Good.
Much better. Yep, and then you can release him.
You're good. You're released.
No, say okay, Jason.
What?
Say okay.
Okay. All right.
He's like, and yeah, so that timing was a lot better.
Okay.
The first time you did it, you just escalated your expectations a little bit too quickly, and then he was getting frustrated because he was like, I don't get what the game is here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So when he starts like jumping around, he's frustrated.
Yeah, and he was like going into a play battle a little bit, so he was like offering. He was like, "Are we playing? Are you know?"
Yeah, he didn't know. Yeah, he thought you were playing.
Yeah, so that's where having the leash on can help because it's quicker, more direct communication.
Okay, so really, I just need to focus on like rewarding immediately for the sit, and then another reward when he's still sitting.
Yes.
And then release. So like let him win every time.
Let him win, set him up for success. When he's doing well, you can kind of do like, 2 and 1, but give him those intermittent goods when he's sitting so he understands, okay, I'm doing what you want, and he doesn't get frustrated.
Okay. Come here. Okay. Good. Okay. You just choose forever.
I can hear his like mouth smacking.
Okay, got it. So that I can work on that, and then I can work on the everything with the crate.
Yes. And Hannah, do you understand what he was doing with the training there? Do you have any questions?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
You're good.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then like as always, like it's not a race to the finish line, so don't push him over. If you notice that he's throwing those signs of frustration or he's just disengaging, just end the training session and just have okay, cool. Any final questions for the week?
No, I mean I think that's good homework. The one thing so he has been much better with like accidents in the house, but have you ever in my bed specifically, like when I put him in there, he like thinks it's a place where he can pee.
Oh no.
Yeah, which is not good. So like so now it's like I almost don't want to even bring him like in my bed because like he like thinks he can.
Yeah.
How do I like get him out of that habit? Like is there I don't know. It's not like I don't even know. He like almost thinks like it's like it's an okay place. I just like see him start to like sniff around like he's gonna do it, like he's gonna pee because he like the last couple weeks he was, and now I just like monitor it. But like he still is like sniffing around like he's gonna like pee there.
Yeah, so when they kind of like pick their favorite spot, it can be a process to undo.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume you're like cleaning your bedding and everything after.
Yes. I just had my bedding cleaned to like everything was like super clean today. Yeah.
So like normally sometimes like with carpets and stuff, if it's not cleaned super thoroughly, it can be the smell that can trigger them. But I just wouldn't allow him access on your bed as much as that may suck for now.
Yeah, I'm just not even gonna bring him on the bed.
Just don't. And like if you want to chill in your bed or whatever, just tether him to your bed frame and put his bed there so he can still like chill next to you if you don't want him in his crate.
Yeah.
But yeah, like don't let him get in that habit because that's a nasty one to undo. They love peeing on beds because they're super absorbent. So they don't have to deal with their mess.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean no bed for him for a little while.
Yeah. And he did it to himself. So that's
he did it to himself.
Yeah. Hannah, do you have the same issue with your bed?
He's never no.
Okay. So
no, when he's in it's like my bed.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll like do it when I'm there. So it's like it's not like he thinks it's okay, which is not good.
He's like formed a habit. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Which is annoying. But he should grow. He should, if you give him like strict boundaries with it and you continue the potty training, he should be okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep him away from the bed for a little while, and then like slowly I can like reintroduce him, but like monitor the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I don't know how he like formed that habit. It was like it's probably because like one or two times like I put him on the bed and like thought he was fine and like turned my head, and he did it.
Yeah, I mean, you've already had him on the bed, so like no harm, no foul. Not everyone knows this, but like with puppies, I never let them on my bed till they're like 6 to 8 months old because of that reason.
Yeah. Okay.
They love peeing on beds, and it can be hard to undo. But you're like he'll be fine. You'll get there. Just be strict with it.
Yep. Boom.
Awesome. Well, good work, you guys. Over the next week, email me if you have any other questions. But otherwise, I'll talk to you all next Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.